Before we begin our actual course, I wanted to go through the Table of Contents tab with you. The Table of Contents tab is found in your Blackboard, surprisingly enough, under Table of Contents. This Table of Contents is all the course material that you'll be required to study. A link to those materials should be required to study, as well as your homework, your test, your final exam, your midterm, the way that you'll send me your paper. So all of this is going to be done within Blackboard, and a lot of it is going to be done within the table of contents. Once you click Table of Contents on the left column, this appears right here, where you see HVA 121, and it spells out for you week by week by week the chapters that we will cover. So there are 15 chapters that we will be covering during this semester. So what you're going to do is, in order to see these, in order to do these lessons, you put your cursor here, where it's going to underline, and you're going to left click, and that takes you to your first chapter. And so I'm not sure if you can see the organization of the chapter. Your view may be slightly different. But the things we're going to cover in our first chapter are these elements that you see here in chapter 1, starting with introduction about what are the various HVACR careers and ending with you uploading your resume. The purpose of this video is to explain to you that in order to be successful in this course, what you will need to do is that you will need to go through each one of these step by step. You must go to each module and complete that module. It may be simply just watching a video. It may ask you to read something. It may ask you to go to your workbook and to answer some questions. So this is going to be a requirement for every week that we have. There'll be a chapter with its corresponding table of contents. Now I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to change the view so that we can look at this from your perspective. And here we are. I'm actually going to extend what you can see. Here we go. A little bit more. All right, well, I'm not going to waste my time. This is HVA 121, and this is what you see. This is the exact way you look at it. This is how that you look at different things. This is the syllabus, course information, my contact information, and what we're talking about today is table of contents. You left click that. You see the course contents, the table of contents. You left click right there. And you see the first lesson. Now let me just extend this a little bit. So there are 13 modules within this table of contents. So you can go through them by clicking this arrow here. And I'm not sure why. Oh, this is HVAC careers. This is a subheading within that. Now I click on it again. And we see that this is a video presentation, PowerPoint presentation from the chapter, from the textbook. Here's a video presentation, another video presentation, and here's an assignment. You need to open your workbook, and you're going to be click here, and it's going to take you where this is where you're going to put the answers to your workbook. questions. I just need to try to move this over because I definitely wanted you to see that. All right, here we go. So now, this is your workbook, and this would be how all of them are organized. So, Workbook Chapter 1, Careers and Certification. It says, this test can be saved and resumed later. This test allows you multiple attempts. The grade that I will take will be your highest grade of the multiple attempts. Important. This test is due on September 16th, 2020, 11:59 p.m. You have to pay attention to these due dates. Don't let these things pass by, because then you pick up a 0 rather than getting a grade. And it's always better to get a grade than a 0. And so it will prompt you to say begin. So you click begin over here, click begin. And so this is how it's going to work. Question 1, Chapter 1, Question 1 in your workbook. Your choices for a response is either going to be A, B, C, D, F, or T only. Those are the only responses that it's going to accept. And so it's a multiple choice, true, false answers. You find these things in your workbook. And when I say your workbook, I mean this book right here. So you're going to need a workbook. And the questions are going to be, I think I limited this to, let me see. Yeah, I limited it to 10 questions. So you're answering the odd number questions, and it's going to be limited to 10. So it's not a terribly hard thing for you to do. So this is your table of contents. You're going to need to follow each one of these steps and go through each one of these sections. And this way you'll be successful in the course. And that's what you'll do during the week. And when we have labs, you'll come in for the lab work.